So I haven't been to this campsite for a couple of months, but I always enjoyed going here, especially during the winters. Making a small fireplace here, cooking some food, making some coffee, just being in the moment. But today this is not going to be like, a full review or anything, but it is going to be a overview of once more one of my new knives from A&R Zlatoust. In the last video we took a look at the Grizzly, which is a semi-large Bowie type design fighting knife of sorts. Today we are taking a look at a slightly smaller, but still not a small knife by any means. We are taking a look at this one. So this is the model that has the same name as the brand. This was specified as the Zlatoust. That is kind of random in a way. This is the one knife that I originally wanted the most. I still think that the A&R Zlatoust Reese is probably the most stylish looking blade, but from a user standpoint this is the one knife that I really wanted the absolute most, and I'm quite happy to have gotten my hands on it now. I'm gonna have to put away the camera to unsheath this knife, so please do give me a second to do that, and then we'll take a closer look at the details and the specs and all that. Yeah. The knife is now unsheathed. This is what the general design of the knife looks like. It has a bit more to it than the kind of simplistic Grizzly that we were looking at yesterday. Then again, sometimes simple is better, and sometimes some nice details is nice as well. I just don't want too many strange things going on, and this is probably as much as I can handle, but in a good way. I will really say that, because I like every aspect. I really do love every aspect about this knife. There was a reason why I wanted this one the most out of all of the knives made by A&R Zlatoust. So let's take a look at what we have. We have a handle in birch, nice smooth birch, ergonomical. I wear size 10 in gloves, so lots of room. Really nice, comfortable grip. Not too fat, not too thin, not too wide. Just pretty much perfect for my hands. We have an aluminum guard and aluminum, back plate or pommel with a lanyard hole for those that like using lanyards. Here is the blade, which is made in 95x18 steel and with some engravings on it. And I think that this, engravings on knives, that could be, probably not really a deal breaker for some, but I think it's some people might like it and others might hate it. I'm torn. I like the engravings on some knives, especially like the Rios and the Reese. and also on the Valdai it has some nice engravings. And I also like the engravings on one of the knives I have yet to show here, which will be the next video, and that is the Berkut. But this particular engraving, which shows a hunter, well, it's not, you know, my favorite engraving of sorts, but I mean, it doesn't matter. It is there, and there's little I can do about it. The overall design of the knife easily makes up for the engraving. On the flip side here of the knife, we have some you know, steel markings and maker's markers and some stuff like that. I'm actually not 100% sure what those numbers mean, but doesn't really matter. And as you can see here, this knife is not a small knife. It's actually it is, you know, semi large, I'd say. Taking a look at the actual specs here, so the overall length of this knife is 310 millimeters, so 31 centimeters, with a blade length of 182 millimeters. So like I stated, definitely not a small knife by any means. The blade thickness here is 3.7 millimeters, but you can see the full thickness only goes this far. Then it goes into this swedge grind, which then goes on into a deeper and finer swedge grind, making for a really fine tip here. I'll see if I can get this in focus. Not the easiest part, but you know, it's got some interesting, definitely some interesting grind lines to it. Then we have this part here, the finger choil, and that is also, you know, something that divides people. Like some people, they definitely do not want finger choils on their knives, others do. I do not mind finger choils one bit, as long as they work with my hands and my fingers. That is, you know, the main issue, and that also goes for finger growths. There are no finger growths on this handle, but you know, it really needs to be large enough. Otherwise, I'd rather, you know, just skip it altogether. But this finger choil really works well for my finger and my hands. You know, doing those finer tasks and cutting work. You know. It really is, you know, you can really choke up quite a bit here. I wouldn't have mind this full spine thickness to be a little, you know, little further out here, because in this choil grip, I do, you know, have to place part of my thumb here on the thinner spine part. Not a deal breaker, it's not like it's cutting into my finger or anything, but would have been nice with just, you know, like 1 or 2 centimeters extra here. Would have made, you know, a small adjustment would have made a big difference. But it's not, you know, definitely not a deal breaker in any way. So the Zlatoust, I mean, they did name the model of the knife after the company and the town. So I mean, this must be like their flagship model, perhaps. Maybe not, but that's how I like to think about it. A deer sneaking up on me. Maybe I caught it on camera, not 100% sure. But back to business here. Where were I? Yeah, we've gone over the general design. We have gone over the specs, the materials a bit. What's left now is to actually put the knife to some real use, and that will be done in one of my, you know, classic full review videos that I'm making. But right now I really want to get some videos out on my channel. It's been inactive for too many weeks now, so I just want to make some first look videos, etc. Show people a bit what's going on and what to expect in the near future. And like I said, this is no doubt the one knife from Zlatoust, A&R Zlatoust, that I would keep if I could only keep one. But the next video will show the A&R Zlatoust Berkut, which is also a really nice model. And that makes my collection of A&R Zlatoust knives add up to 5 models, right? The Grizzly, the Valdai, the Zlatoust, the Berkut, and what am I missing? The Rys. So that is 5 models. That's a good start, right? So yeah, if you like what you see, do check them out. Or you can wait for my full review. Yeah, I guess that's it. For now at least. Over and out.